Good morning, students. Uh, I hope you had gone through all the previous lecture videos और आज के इस वीडियो सेशन से हम लोग अपने ऑप्टिक्स चैप्टर में जो वेव ऑप्टिक्स का पार्ट है उसको स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. So wave optics is basically related to the wave nature of light. And firstly, Huygens put his idea that light have a wave nature, and he proposed his idea on the basis of the concept of wavefront and his geometrical construction of wavefronts. तो उसी को हम लोगों को इस वीडियो में समझना है. तो पहले देखते हैं वेव फ्रंट क्या होता है. So basically wave front is a surface, imaginary plane at which all the particles of medium are in same phase. So a wavelet is the point of disturbance due to propagation of light. Okay, and a wavefront is the locus of points having the same phase of oscillation. A line perpendicular to the wavefront is called a ray. Suppose there is a point. So this is how a wavefront looks like. If there is a cylindrical or a line source, then in case of a line source, cylindrical wavefront will form like this. So spherical wavefront from a point source and cylindrical wavefront from a line source or a linear source can be produced. If there are parallel rays, then obviously the wavefronts passing through these rays will be a plane wavefront represented by these lines. So pink dots are wavelets, blue envelopes are actually wavefronts, and red lines representing their ray. So you can take the screenshot in the middle of video so you can make your proper notes. तो ये वेवफ्रंट की जो डेफिनेशन है, वेवफ्रंट का कॉन्सेप्ट है, ये हमें हाइगेंस ने दिया और उन्होंने अपने इसी वेवफ्रंट की कॉन्सेप्ट के बेस पर अपनी वेव थ्योरी ऑफ लाइट को भी रखा. उनकी इस आइडिया को काफी अपोज भी किया गया. And since he had only mathematical and theoretical idea, there is no experimental demonstration he do. That's why this phenomena was later on established by the experimental proof of Young's double slit experiment. तो उसमें जब उन्होंने इंटरफेरेंस हासिल किया किसी लाइट सोर्स को लेकर, एंड द सिमिलर रिजल्ट विल वी गेट the results which we had got from the sound waves. तो चूंकि साउंड वेव जैसे ही रिजल्ट लाइट सोर्स के केस में भी मिले यंग्स को, सो ही प्रपोज दैट कि हाइगेंस की जो वेव नेचर थी दैट वाज राइट. नाउ मूविंग ऑन द कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ हाइगेंस वेव थ्योरी. So Huygens construction and Huygens principle of secondary wavelets is that suppose there is a source S and there is a rays coming from it. So the locus of these rays are wavelets and the whole locus is basically if we draw any plane then that is plane is wavefront. तो अगर अगर हम इस सभी पॉइंट्स पर किसी एक पर्टिकुलर रेडियस के स्फेयर्स ड्रॉ करें, इफ v is the velocity of light and t is time, so if any t टाइम पर किसी t टाइम पर vt डिस्टेंस के हम स्फेयर्स ड्रॉ करें तो वो स्फेयर्स कुछ इस तरह दिखेंगे और इन स्फेयर्स का जो प्रीसीडिंग टेंजेंट होगा वो वेव फ्रंट की नेक्स्ट पोजीशन को बताएगा और ठीक पिछली टेंजेंट लाइन उसकी पिछली पोजीशन को बताएगी, लास्ट पोजीशन को बताएगी. तो इस टाइप का कंस्ट्रक्शन हाइगेंस ने दिया था. इसी को अब ये चूंकि स्फेरिकल वेव फ्रंट के लिए है तो हम किसी प्लेन वेव फ्रंट के लिए भी इसको ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं. सिमिलरली आप स्फेयर्स ड्रॉ कीजिए, जो टेंजेंट ड्रॉ होगा दैट इज द नेक्स्ट पोजीशन ऑफ वेव फ्रंट और या हम कहें न्यू वेव फ्रंट. फिर से जो डॉट्स है, जो रेड डॉट्स है वो वेवलेट्स रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. नाउ द ईच पॉइंट ऑन अ वेव फ्रंट एक्ट्स एज अ फ्रेश सोर्स ऑफ डिस्टर्बेंस ऑफ लाइट. The new wavefront at any time later is obtained by taking the forward envelope of all the secondary wavelets at the time. Now the backward wavefront is rejected. Why? The backward rejected is because the backward is actually the next position of the wavefront. So that's why if we are talking about any particular wavefront, then obviously its position is continuously changing. That's why we uh, neglected or rejected the backward wavefront. Okay. Now So, for establishing the Huygens wave theory, he proved the laws of reflection from a plane surface by using his wavefront and wave theory. So, suppose there is a reflecting surface xy and a plane wavefront is incident on it, and we got the reflection. Now, as you see, the point A of wavefront strike on the surface quite earlier as compared to B. And similarly, the point C of plane wavefront will strike at point C. At that time, the point A will reach at point D. So now we have a two right angle triangles, that is ABC and ADC. AN and CN are the normals on the surfaces. Angle I is incident angle, and since angle R is the angle of reflection. So AB is the incident wavefront, CD is reflected wavefront, and XY is the reflecting surface. So if C be the speed of light and T be the time taken by light to go from B to C and A to D. So of course the distance BC and AD will be equal, that is Vt. If V is C is taken the velocity of light and T is the time, then the distance BC and AD will be equal, that is Ct. So time t equals to EF by C plus FG by C. So t equals to AF sine I by C plus FC sine R by C. Hence the total time t equals to AC sine R plus AF times sine I minus sine R. So for a ray of light from different parts on the incident wavefronts, the value of AF are different, but light from different points of the incident wavefront should take in the same time to reach the corresponding points on the reflected wavefront. So that's why we can take that sin I and sin R are equal, because there is a laws of reflection according to sin I minus sin R, that it is possible only if sin I and the difference of sin I and sin R is 0. So that is sin I equal to sin R, that is angle I equals to angle R, which is the second law of reflection. And now it is clearly seen to you that incident wavefront, reflected wavefront and reflecting surface all are in the same plane. Right now it is on the screen, and if you draw that diagram on your copy, then it will be present on your plane of paper. So that's why this particular laws of reflection can be proved by using Huygens principle. Similarly, we can solve for laws of refraction also. So suppose there is a refracting surface xy, or we can say there are two mediums. One is have refractive index mu1, other has refractive index mu2. Velocity in rarer medium is c and velocity in denser medium is v. So now obviously the distance will not be same, because ct and vd both will be different. So suppose there is a plane wavefront AB incident on refracting surface and refracted in xy region. We get the plane wavefront AB and refracted wavefront CD. Again, we have a two triangles, but this time it is we take in the concept of similar triangles over here. AN and CN are the normals. Angle I is angle of incidence, and angle R is the angle of refraction here. Now, so AB is incident wavefront, CD is refracted wavefront, and XY is refracting surface. So suppose if C be the speed of light and T be the time taken by light to go from B to C and A to D or E to G, therefore F then T equals to EF by C plus FG by V, that is AF sin I by C plus FC sin R by V. So T equals to AC sin R by V plus AF times sin I by C minus sin R by V. For rays of light from different parts on the incident wavefront, the value of AF are different, but light from different points of the incident wavefront should take in the same time to reach the corresponding points on the refracted wavefront. So that's why, so it should be T should not be depend upon AF. Okay, this is possible only and only when these two triangles are being similar, that is sin I by sin C minus sin R by sin V should be 0. So in that case, sin I by sin C equals to sin R by V, both will be equal. So taking the little bit manipulation, we get sin I by sin R equals to C by V, which is a constant quantity denoted as the refractive index of the medium of second with respect to 1. So this is the second law of refraction, and it is clearly seen to you that incident wavefront, refracted wavefront and refracting surface all lies on a same plane. That's why we can conclude that laws of refraction can also be derived by using Huygens principle. Okay, now moving on, we can observe the behavior of plane wavefront in a concave mirror, convex mirror and lenses also. So suppose we have a concave mirror and a ray is coming to you. So this is a normal ray diagram structure. Suppose if there is any plane wavefront AB incident on the mirror, then CD is the reflected wavefront which turns into a spherical and finally focused at particular point. Similarly, for convex mirror, if there is a plane wavefront AB coming to the convex mirror after reflection, it exceeds its curvature and becomes spherical, and it appears to be focused behind the mirror. Similarly, from lens, suppose if there is plane wavefront AB coming to the lens, it refract and focused in form of spherical wavefronts at particular focus point. Similarly, after refraction from concave lens, a plane wavefront appears to be exceeds its curvature and focused before the lens in the side of object. So you can take the screenshot in the middle of video anytime, so you can create your own segregated nodes. Similarly, we can draw for prism also. If there is a plane wavefront AB incident on a surface of prism, then it refract in a form of plane wavefront like this. So AB is incident wavefront and CD is the refracted wavefront. Now, there is a one more important point is that is coherent sources. So coherent sources are the sources from which the originated wavefront have the same phase difference or constant phase difference, or sometimes have zero phase difference. So coherent sources of light are those sources of light which emit light waves of same wavelength, same frequency and in same phase or having same phase difference. So if they have a same phase, then say phase difference will be zero. So कोहेरेंट सोर्स में फेज डिफरेंस जीरो हो सकता है, और अगर फेज डिफरेंस है तो वो कांस्टेंट फेज डिफरेंस होगा. So that is the quality of coherent sources. Coherent source can be produced by two methods. One is by division of wavefronts like Young double slit experiment of Fresnel's by prism or Lloyd's mirror, and the second one is by division of amplitude, that is partial reflection and refraction. But in our case, in our syllabus, we are going to produce the coherent sources by division of wavefront, as we have used, will be used that division in Young's double slit experiment. So this is now till now, इसको यहीं हम wrap up करते हैं. So from this video we are now started our wave nature or wave optics. In next lecture video we will study about interference and other things. Till then you can watch this video, share with your friends and all those who need particular this type of content. So like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you, students.